What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out leaked Tucker Carlson segment just broke the internet. So his segment that leaked is causing controversy right now, and we need to check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Holy moly. I mean, wow. This officially explains everything. No wonder Tucker Carlson was fired. When you hit the nail on the head this hard, when you tell the truth this well, then obviously, in the world of mainstream media propaganda, that can't be allowed. Now can it? As the mainstream media apparatus works overtime to destroy Donald Trump, Fox News included, it's laughable when you hear leftoids claim that Fox News is the Trump network. When you break the official narrative to this extent, then obviously you gotta go. It's no surprise why Tucker Carlson got fired, folks, and it's less of a surprise these days, and especially today, as guess what? Tucker's final show, right before he got fired, I think this was the day that he in fact got let go, well, a certain interaction from that segment just got leaked to the National Pulse.
I wanna see it.
Boy, oh boy, is it damning. Here we have Tucker Carlson interviewing the former chief of Capitol Police, you know, the former head cop in charge of Capitol Security, essentially confirming most of our assumptions. Well, not total confirmation, but basically in line suggesting that he has the same questions that we do and none of it makes sense. We've got some stuff to get into, folks. Let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so just a little disclaimer before we play the clip. The audio is really scuffed. I don't know if the file was corrupted, what happened, but you'll just have to endure it. You're not lagging. There's no problems with the audio of this video. It's just the clip's a little bit scuffed.
Very restrained and rational and not given an overstatement, obviously, but the facts that you're describing are shocking.
No mistake. The reason why I've had a lot of people ask me, why did you write this book? I try to do what I can to get the truth out.
Yes.
They didn't want me to testify in February 23rd at the Senate hearing. They wanted people that are still currently in positions on the Hill. I actually had to go in and talk to a friend of mine on one of the oversight committees and say, I will come there in person. I want to be there. I want to testify. So I'm glad you think I'm reserved. I'm, to be honest with you, I'm a little pissed off because this happened. If people were reporting the intelligence correctly, if I was allowed to do my job as the chief, I got a significant experience. If I was allowed to do my job as the chief, we wouldn't be here today. This didn't happen. Then see how you're out there, you're land-based in public, and it's all, everything appears to be a cover-up. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but when you look at the information intelligence that it had, military had, it's all watered down. I'm not getting intelligence. I'm denied support National Guard in advance. I'm denied National Guard while we're under attack for 71 minutes. You're in a fight?
Yeah.
A fight for a couple of
Denied National Guard while under attack for 71 minutes.
minutes.
Yeah,
wears you out.
1 minute.
I was going to say, 60 seconds, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, it wears you out. My officers were fighting for 80 minutes before the protesters ever broke with that.
Wait, can I say, so you described this as a failure to get the intelligence to the people who needed it, but it sounds like worse than, it sounds like they were hiding the intelligence.
And that's what I'm getting at, is could there possibly be that actually did something to happen and kind of wanted something to happen? It's not a far stretch to begin.
Well, I don't know what the other explanation is.
It's sad when you start putting everything together and thinking about the way this played out. It gets concerning. What was their end goal? You look at what's happening. Was that their end goal? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's no question that what happened on January 6th has really helped the Democratic Party. It's bravely politicized the U.S. military and the intelligence agencies and the FBI. And those are all, I think, bad for America and violations of the Constitution, but they're all good for the Democratic Party. That's a fact. Like, that's what happened.
Absolutely. I write about that because as a cop of 30 years, I'm a rule of law type of guy.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Lady Justice is depicted with a blindfold. As soon as you cut that blindfold off, the fairness of our legal system goes out the window, and that is exactly what has happened. They've stripped that blindfold away from Lady Justice, and it's not perceived as being fair anymore.
I want to reiterate, that is the former chief of Capitol Police. That's the guy who was in charge of security on the day of. He is confirming what the media has told you is a non-factual, Donald Trump-created crackpot theory. I mean, just the other day I made a clip that did really well on Joe Rogan's podcast with TDS sufferer guest Jim Gaffigan. Remember this part?
Like, I'm more suspicious why Trump didn't call for backup when, for the Capitol Police.
These leftoids who are suffering from CNN, MSNBC brain still haven't accepted the National Guard on the day of was rejected. And Donald Trump said multiple times that that in fact was the case, as well as many people around him. They want you to believe it never happened. It's an after-the-fact excuse. It's yet again another Trump lie. But here is the nonpartisan former Capitol Police chief saying that's exactly what happened, telling Tucker Carlson that he was willing to testify to that fact in front of the January 6th committee, but they
won't
refused
let
to have him on. I wonder why. He also makes mention of intelligence being denied, which is something else that we've covered many times. Intelligence agencies had information ahead of the day that there were clear security risks and vulnerabilities at the Capitol. Yet they purposely withheld that information from the people who could have done something to prepare against it. They never erected a security perimeter, a wall. They instead essentially opened up those vulnerabilities. And in some cases literally opened doors. There was no real significant barrier to deter chaos from happening. Just flimsy little concert-style barriers. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. I'm sure someone's in the comment section right now calling me an idiot for calling them concert-style barriers. But you know what I mean? Those little flimsy metal pieces that hook onto each other, not going to stop anything. Not going to stop a mob that's being riled up by agitators from within. The official narrative specifically on this issue is imploding. Rasmussen Reports recently conducted a survey. Actually, here they are tweeting about the video that we just released. Whoops! 65% of voters now believe that feds provoked January 6th riots. Looks like they are right again. No surprise that the sentiment is shifting, because the Democrat establishment has lied at every turn. I mean, for Pete's sakes, the January 6th Commission didn't convince anyone, because what they clearly did, what was obvious to your average American paying attention to the facts, paying attention to the hearings themselves, is that they cherry-picked evidence, they misrepresented evidence, they doctored and edited evidence, they called it a bipartisan commission, yet they only allowed a couple Republicans to serve on the panel. Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, vehement anti-Trump uniparty establishment goons who weren't seriously up for re-election, so it's not like they had anything to lose. They purposely omitted information, which was then later released again by Tucker Carlson, and of course they cherry-picked who was allowed to testify. I mean, come on. You would think that the Capitol Police chief who's willing to testify would be called to testify in front of the commission.
Should be the first person, right?
They purposely did not let him. Yet you're supposed to absorb all of this and believe the official narrative. Give me a break. Another Tucker bombshell. I mean, he's a gift that keeps on giving. He keeps delivering. And once again, just to finish this off, it explains everything now, doesn't it? No wonder there was such a powerful behind-the-scenes force to remove Tucker Carlson from the air. Can't have the truth getting out there, huh? Anyways, nothing new, just more confirmation that we were following the facts and landing at the proper conclusions. Really no surprise there. I mean, that's what happens when you approach these things honestly. That's pretty much the video. Hopefully you guys
Wow, that was a very good and informative video. Yeah, I was still like not doubtful, but I was still unsure with the situation. If it's easy to, or it's difficult to totally blame or accept that the government would be responsible for a situation like that, or the FEDS, the way Americans call it, But with all these videos and all this information coming out, it's becoming more and more believable. 65% of the people now accept it. With that one said, that's the chief. He was responsible for it. 71 minutes. And they won't send him National Guard. They won't even send him the intel. Yeah, if it's coming from him, would you say somebody bribed him to share propaganda? Like, isn't that what they say? It came from the horse's mouth. Right, that would be the case here. It came from the source right there. Let me know what you think about that one. That's quite shocking. Tucker Carlson, like he said, the way he described it, or the way the author of the channel described Tucker Carlson, very appropriate, a gift that keeps on giving. That was a good video. I wonder how it leaked though. But it's good that he did. You know, people are more informed now. Let me know what you think about that one, and talk to me in the comment section. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a very wonderful day. Peace.
I made this bet on my own, bet on my own.